Hi, this is the Liceo Math Club. Hope you are doing great and staying safe during this quarantine period. This is Chester Bacusa, Liceo's Math Club Treasurer, and in this video, I'll be discussing simple interest, which is under general mathematics, specifically finding interest, rate, time, principal, and the future value. So as an introduction, in simple interest, we will learn and identify about the terms like principal, time, rate, amount, etc. And also, describe situations where simple interest is applied. Let's start off with our definitions. Interest is the amount paid by a borrower to a lender for a credit or the amount gained on an investment. While simple interest is an interest which is computed entirely at once from the moment the money is borrowed or invested until it will be paid. So in order to solve for the interest, we use the formula I is equals to PRT, where I is the interest, P is the principal, R is the interest rate, and T is the length of time. While solving for the future value, we use the formula F is equals to P plus I. So let's get started with our first example. Louie borrowed an amount of 200,000 pesos at 3 3/4% from L.O.V.E Lending Corporation. The loan is payable after 1 year and 3 months. Find the simple interest and the amount to be repaid on the due date. So in order to solve our first example, first we need to look for our given. We have our given. 200,000 pesos is our principal, 3.75% is our rate, convert it into decimal form which is 0.0375, lastly our time as 15/12 years, which is the fraction form of 1 year and 3 months. Next, we need to know what we are looking for in order to solve the problem. So, in this problem, we are looking for the simple interest and the amount to be repaid on due date, which is the future value. So, in order to solve the interest, use the formula of the interest, which is I is equals to PRT. Substitute the given values, principal as 200,000, rate as 0.0375, and time as 15/12. Multiply them all together and we have our interest, which is 9,375. Next up, let's solve for our future value. Use the formula of the future value, which is F is equals to P plus I. Substitute the given values, principal as 200,000, added by the interest, which is 9,375. Add them together, and we have our future value, which is 209,375. The future value is the amount to be repaid on the due date in this given example. Okay, let's proceed to our second example. In how many years will the amount 20,000 pesos accumulate to 50,000 pesos at 5.2% simple interest rate? Same step-by-step process from our first example. First, let's look for our given. 20,000 pesos is our principal, 50,000 pesos is our future value, because in the example, it is said that 20,000 pesos accumulate to 50,000 pesos. The words accumulate to makes the 50,000 pesos as our future value. And lastly, we have our rate, 5.2%. Convert it into decimal form, 0.052, and let's now know what we are looking for. In this problem, we are looking for the time. So in order to solve the time, we use the formula interest over principal multiplied by rate. So in order to get our interest, we use this formula, which is the future value subtracted by principal all over principal multiplied by rate. So substitute the given values. 50,000 minus 20,000 all over 20,000 multiplied by 0.052. Simplify and we have our answer, which is 28.84615385 or 28.85 years, which is 28 years and 10.15 months. So our time in the second example is 28 years and 10.15 months. Let's proceed to our third example. At Barili Rural Bank, Nino Oliver deposited 150,000 pesos. His money earned a simple interest of 2,134 pesos for 2 years and 5 months. Find the interest rate the bank gave him. Same process. First, our given 150,000 pesos is our principal, 2,134 pesos is our interest, and 2 and 5 over 12 years is our time, which is the fraction form of 2 years and 5 months. On our third example, we are looking for the interest rate, which is the bank that gave him. So in order to solve for our rate, we need to use the formula interest over principal multiplied by time. So substitute the given values. We have our interest as 2,134 over principal, which is 150,000 multiplied by the time, which is 2 and 5 over 12. Simplify and we have our rate, which is 0.005887 or 0.5887%. Moving on our last example. Zedrick Jade earned 5,000 pesos for 3 years and 8 months at 5 1/4% simple interest. How much did he invest? We have our given as 5,000 pesos as our interest, 5.25% as our rate. Convert it into decimal point, which is 0.0525, and lastly our time as 3 and 8 over 12 years, which is the fraction form of 3 years and 8 months. So in our last problem, we are looking for the principal, which is the question, how much did he invest? So in order to solve for the principal, we use the formula interest over rate multiplied by time. Substitute the given values. 5,000 as our interest over rate, which is 0.0525 multiplied by time, which is 3 and 8 over 12. Simplify and then we have our principal, which is 25,974.3. So that ends our discussion for this video in simple interest. This topic will be continued by our PIO and our club moderator, which are Jeremy Senizal and Sir A. So don't forget to like and follow our Facebook page at facebook.com/Liceo Math Club. And also don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Liceo Math Club. Once again, this is Chester Bacusa, Liceo's Math Club Treasurer.